hello, and welcome to some more F1 Manager. Still have not got this mic stand fixed from yesterday. Oh, there we go. Just slots back in. There we go. Anyway. Welcome in. Oh, didn't mean to press that. Welcome in, Sean, R, and Elliot. How's it going? How are things? We have Spain next, and this is round 7, is it? Or is this 8? I think this might be round 8. I should say the rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Round 8. And, do we need anything refurbed? Not at the moment. The weather center needs to be refurbed. We still haven't got the glass replaced from the other day in Imola. The other week there. They have it sort of, they've it taped off and, you know, cordoned off, but that glass is still broken there. That window still needs replaced. But yeah, as we move on now to the Spanish GP. The reason why I got cancelled now was, yeah, due to the whitewash, yeah, and we had the same thing. Surely I don't know why our lads didn't think, you know.
Here in Barcelona. The first Grand Prix held here was won
Why is this not muting?
After a wheel-to-wheel battle with Ayrton Senna. But who will follow in his footsteps this weekend?
I'm just mute that TV.
Long straights and medium speed turns dominate here, but there's something else to watch out.
How does the auto sound? Is it echoey? That's the wrong button. I need to double check that's not echoey because that's just going to annoy me if it does.
It's Ferrari who are currently ahead in the constructors' standings. But that could still change with so many rounds.
Oh, that sounds good. Anyway, we now have Spain and it looks rather misty. As we're going to load now into practice. It is going to be dry and sunny throughout the Spanish GP weekend. And, let's see here. If I go to gear, yeah. Still forgot that Leclerc had that incident in Imola with Hajar, where Hajar just ran into the back of him. So we're down a gearbox essentially, which, considering we have the new what is it? In our regulations, we now have more we have more things to use, play with. Should be okay. But anyway. How's everyone getting on? How are you getting on, Sean or Elliot? How's your days going? Or for Sean's case, I know Sean has just woken up, as he's on the other side of the planet. Elliot, where are you from yourself? Because I'd like to know where everyone's from. Yeah, we'll give out a decent engine. UK. I am from Ireland myself. Elliot. Yeah, and also an ERS system has been kind of broken for Leclerc. So again, Leclerc is usually the driver that needs the the grid penalties sooner, because you'll have smashed an engine to pieces or some shit. Anyway. As we go out on track here, it's around 8, so Leclerc, Verstappen, Leclerc, Verstappen, Leclerc, Verstappen, Leclerc, Verstappen. Okay, so Verstappen's gonna get the toe here in Spain. Just had a double check. I like to keep them in sync. Usually I forget, but I do not want to do Verstappen dirty because he does deserve a win at this stage. Leclerc has 6. Could have had 7 if it weren't for how bad Imola went. This is a funky camera angle, right? But yeah, I'm gonna grab tea really quick while they do their outlaps.
Just focus on your time management for now.
Okay.
All clear in front. Okay to go. Track clear ahead.
Now that I've sat down, I'm like, I kind of want a snack. I do kind of want a snack. I'm gonna grab a snack. So, I have got some Marylands and a Kit Kat, so we're sorted, lads. You know, we're sorted. Anyway, we now have our drivers should be finished in their first laps here. I don't believe we got blocked. I mean, I don't know. Hope we didn't get blocked. We could have got blocked. Did anyone see if any of our laps got blocked? Leclerc's only a 10th down. The McLarens are the key. We're sorted, Elliot. You know, fully fueled for the race. Vershore's crushing Lawson, yeah. Especially with that podium in Imola that Vershore got. Where's Ocon gonna finish? He's only starting his lap now. So Ocon crosses the line. P2, Sonoda, P8. Okay, I think we're good for Q1. But yeah, P7 in Monaco. I swear, Sean, your memory is photographic because my memory is like non-existent. Other than Leclerc, Yuki, and Verstappen, I have no idea where anyone else finished in Monaco. What happened here?
Now we're watching Esteban
We're
Ocon.
watching Esty Bestie, who's top of the
Okay at
timesheet.
this stage. And there's the lockup. And they'll need to be mindful of the...
For Cher, who won in Imola, won 2 seasons or 2 races ago. Albon and Lawson could still put Norris out here. Which we want, because Norris is one of our championship rivals here. Come on, Lawson, come on. Improved by thousands. and Albon also improved by a couple hundreds, but it's not enough. Norris makes his way through. But out in Q1 is Stroll, Lawson, Albon doing Porsche after winning in Imola. Winning in Imola. Only other driver other than Leclerc to win. Meanwhile, Rashore P5 and Lawson out. Yeah, Rashore is just demolishing Lawson. It's not looking amazing. Not a great look. And load now into Q2. Hopefully we can have a very clear run here. Green light. Green light. We've got a good distance tow here. Just need to make sure no one blocks our lap. There is an AlphaTauri. Who are they on a lap? Who's the AlphaTauri? I think Hadjar might be actually on a lap here, so I think we may have a clean run here. Haas doing a masterclass with Vershaw. Absolutely. It may be Vershaw doing the masterclass with the Haas, because Lawson keeps falling out in Q1. Doohan also have been underwhelming. Yeah, especially he's joined Aston at their like lowest point, as well as with Gasly. Gasly was with Alpine, and it was like he needs a bigger team, and Aston seemed like the bigger team at the time, but Aston are now like the worst car on the grid. I know Gasly's here in Q2, but I don't have any memorable Gasly results in the Aston. I don't remember him finishing well, really ever, with Aston. Meanwhile, Leclerc and Verstappen going to come across the line now. Where can they go?
Stay negative. Just keep your dash negative. Just keep your dash negative. Okay, cool the tyres and we will box this lap. Box this lap. Yeah.
Okay, so Noda's a bit off us. Ocon now, where's he going to go? Because this is the key indicator. Ocon's on relatively the same tires as us. Goes P2. Okay. So our pace is still good here. Yeah, but at the same time, Sean, what age is Alonso now? Because add 8. He might be 50. You know? We're actually going to want fresh softs for this session. Verstappen doesn't have 48. Is Alonso 48? Because that means in this save he'd be 56. I think man might be done, you know. Verstappen really has only one fresh soft to use because we only use 2 fresh softs in the race. But right, I need to Google now Alonso's age. He's 42, so he would be 50 in this save. He's 42. But yeah. I think for this run, we're going to give Leclerc the tow because Verstappen is on used softs, so he won't go quick anyway. This may just give us a good, you know, opportunity to give Leclerc a good tow. And then for the second run, when they're both on fresh softs, Verstappen will get the tow. But because because Verstappen doesn't have fresh softs, we may as well just give Leclerc the toe this first run.
So focus on warming the tyres. Okay. And focus on your tyre stems. Yeah, okay.
Focus on your tires, focus on your tires. We're gonna have Maloney potentially block us here. For sure, always makes an appearance in Q3, yeah. He's just either outperforming that out of the way. Yeah, that's complete lap blocked. For Verstappen, we just gotta hope that Verstappen now just gives Leclerc a toe, because Verstappen's not gonna have a good lap here at all. Got blocked by Maloney, which is what we were worried about. But now, where can Leclerc go? Can he get into the 10s? It's only an 11-3.
Dash negative. Dash negative.
Here, I like Richard Verschoor, so I'm not saying no to seeing him in a Ferrari, because I genuinely like Richard Verschoor. There is an F2 driver that commented on one of my TikTok posts, like, in, like, 2021 or something. And I wonder, was it Verschoor or someone else? It might have been someone else. But after they replied, I was like, yep, you're now my favorite F2 driver. May have been Verschoor. Anyway, let's get Russell. Or Joe. Whenever we see a Red Bull leave the garage is when we're going to go. We need Leclerc to go out first. Both of them are on fresh softs, correct? Yeah. Nope. Excuse me. We're going to have... I don't think I was watching F1 in Leclerc's rookie year because I had taken a big break. And when I'd started watching F1, he was already in Ferrari. I started watching like 2019. Again. Because I'd watched from birth up until like Schumacher retired. And then I was like, but Schumacher's my favorite. I'll tell you a funny story. It was like a culture shock to my brother whenever he realized he couldn't grow up to become Michael Schumacher. Like, he thought as a child, when he grew up, he could become Michael Schumacher. Which, you know, it must have been tough. Yeah, 2019 was Leclerc's second season, yeah. And I remember, like, started watching F1, Sean, and being like, why does everyone keep saying Spinella? It's like, why does everyone keep saying Spinella? And, like, Vettel was getting so much hate for all the spins he was doing, and I was like, but it's Sebastian Vettel, he's one of the best drivers of all time. And he was getting so much shit
Just a steady build up of 10%.
for people saying Spinella.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a bit heartbreaking because it was like I like would peek into the F1 world every once and again, and I was seeing Vettel obviously dominate with Red Bull, and then just to see him in 2019 for Ferrari, and then 2020 was the first season where I like properly watched like every race. Yeah. When I watch it back, I do see it though, because I'm like, it is weird how many times he's he spun. And I'm like,
Okay,
it's not the generation of car, really.
push this lap.
Because there's other people driving the same sort of generation of car. Yeah, Sean, I was thinking of that one. I was thinking there was one in Bahrain he spun. But like, not a lot of people would spin in that generation of car. Like, maybe 2022 there was a lot of spins because cars very reactive. But the cars are a lot more stable in 2023. A lot more stable. But I mean, I suppose in 2021 we did see Mick Mazepin spin a bunch. Latifi. What a season, lads. You absolute goats, you know.
Taking the flag.
Max goes P1 by 300. He gets a purple final sector. Meanwhile, Ocon across the line next. Does not improve. Where's Sonoda? Already finished. Joe. Already finished. And so is for sure. So it's Verstappen, Leclerc, Ocon, Russell, Joe, Sonoda, Piastri, for sure, Maloney, Iwasa. And also we have saved 2 tires for Max, Super Max. For sure is built diff. Did the sound alert work there, Sean?
Tension continues to
Elliot,
build here as
did the
racing
sound alert
begins.
come on?
Barcelona is a circuit with plenty of history under its belt. It was here, after all, that multiple world champion Max Verstappen secured his very first.
Oh,
F1
for God's
victory
sake, why the
back in
sound alert's not
2016.
working now?
Now, Karun, based on what we've seen of Max Verstappen this weekend, how do you think he's going to be feeling today?
You know what, Crofty?
Yeah,
He's
Elliot.
performing well above what's been
Just,
expected
there's
of him.
always something that's broken.
Not a bad place to
Now
be.
it's the sound
There are
alerts.
going to be some tough calls to make in Catalonia today. So let's see who makes the best ones for the Spanish Grand Prix.
Like, why you no work? Let's try it again now. I wonder, did the thing I pressed change it at all?
Roger, roger.
Ah, it's back. I'll play it just for you, Elliot. So the sound alert should be back. I'm glad that was such an easy fix, because in previous times that shit would not be easy. Swear to God, it used to be like, normally when something breaks, it's like a minimum 20-minute process. Nah, Elliot, we don't need extra fuel. Don't need it. If it were a circuit like maybe Qatar, I would say yeah, but not for Spain. Just kind of want to drop the cars behind immediately, and then you can use the clear air to regain your fuel. But whenever you reduce the weight of your car, you're then quicker.
And there's always a sense of excitement when it comes to talking about Max Verstappen.
But we need a good start here. We need to not lose out to any drivers behind. We're both starting on the softs. There's a McLaren behind on the softs as well.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Ocon on the softs. Play. Not at 210 speed. Russell and Zhou on the mediums. Tsunoda on the hards. And as we thought was going to happen. Oh my word! Oh my word! Oh my god! Oh my god! Well, we can now get extra fuel, Elliot. Well, let's just back off everything.
And we've had a crash on track.
I was like, oh no, Ocon has gotten Leclerc already. And then boom, Zhou demolishes Ocon. Ocon's out. Unbelievable. Ocon is out of the race. Zhou certainly has a penalty. Ocon is probably our biggest threat here because Tsunoda is on the hards. Excuse me.
Safety car deployed, Max. Safety car deployed.
And that's a full safety car, chat.
Positive.
A full safety car.
Just focus on maintaining tyre temperature now.
For sure up to P5. Imagine we got another for sure. Whatchamacallit. For sure podium. But we're all gonna stay out here. Probably Zhou's gonna go in, fix a front wing, as well as serving that time penalty. So handy for Zhou, to be honest. Serves his time penalty, gets his front wing changed, comes back out again, probably in the hards, yeah. And is now just in a good position just to, you know, push from the back. Just go long in this race. But as you can see, Elliot, we've saved a lot of fuel under that safety car.
Let's lift off.
Yeah, copy that.
This is a long safety car.
Safety car in this lap. It will be in this lap.
Maximum focus from now on.
Yeah, the Lord's just heard. Here, if you had a load of fuel here, that'd be great.
Hunting time.
But now that we have Russell behind on the mediums and Tsunoda on the hards, I think we can certainly drop them. I'd be disappointed if we don't drop them under this restart. Into turn 1 we go. Can we use our ERS and such to disappear from Russell and Tsunoda behind? Ideally, I would like to. Oh, that's where we're going wrong. Leclerc was on avoid high-risk curbs. That's where he was losing time. I was like, why is Leclerc being so sucky under this restart?
Yeah, red flag. Red flag.
Pause. Right. 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 Hard medium from here. Or... Yeah, I reckon it's a hard medium from here. Or... How much time do you lose in comparison? Yeah, I think it's a hard medium from here. Yeah. Elliot, we're gonna have too much fuel for the full race now. But let's see what caused the red flag here. Lance Stroll. Oh my Jesus! Christ! That's another clip right there.
It's not going the way the team had hoped today, that is for sure.
But yeah, looks like we're gonna be doing a hard medium from here. Four DNFs already, yeah. I mean, Sonoda... I mean, you can't do a medium from here, so...
All drivers have taken their positions again. Once more, they're ready to race. And it's lights out.
So Sonoda's just stayed out on those hards. Has got a great start here. Don't, oh my god, no! Oh! Leclerc! Getting fucking swamped! 3 wide with Russell there as well. Come on, Leclerc. We are the ones on the fresh hards here, not Sonoda. Here we go. We can now disappear, hopefully, from Sonoda behind, who's on a bit more used hard, so he can hold up Russell. And here we go. I'm actually going to tell both of our drivers here to go neutral on ERS, because we can just use the fuel and the tyre to just push here. Never mind, Sonoda's there. Use the ERS again.
Press and hold the overtake. Okay.
Time to go hunting.
Time to go hunting. What lap is Leclerc putting? Lap 40, okay. That's about right. Side by side, our drivers are going. Leclerc into the lead. Come on, surely we're pushing away from Sonoda, because Sonoda is defending from fucking Russell, lad. Come on. No, apparently we're still letting Sonoda catch up to us. And Piastri, who's on the mediums, but we're not really scared about Piastri at the moment. Come on. I don't know how we're still giving Sonoda DRS here. It's annoying me. Verstappen dives back into the lead again. Just need Sonoda out of our DRS, as our drivers continue to be fucking side by side. And yep, still going side by side, are we? Can we please, for the love of God, crap Sonoda?
Next on, just bring your tyre temperatures back under control.
Okay, I'm gonna tell Leclerc to not fight his teammate. And we can peace out from Sonoda here.
Slow down.
Copy.
And charge button off.
And charge button off. Charge button off. Alright, we have a bit of a margin. I would like to close it,
Okay.
to be honest.
Then push.
Or I would like to gain a bit more before we fully back off here. Alright, we should be good.
Just look after this tyre set though, Max. Look after it.
Yeah, okay.
3 seconds to Sonoda as he continues to battle with Russell. Holding up Piastri here as well. We just now want to protect our tyres until we get to the medium stint. It's rare. I've normally never touched the hards in Spain. Max, have a great start. I think we're I think that might be us for DNFs today. Usually,
Big crash there. Watch for debris.
right? I was in the middle of saying I don't think we're gonna get any more DNFs here, and then the yellow flag immediately came out. Yeah, Lawson out again. Although that was Albon's fault, that big incident. According to the game, I don't even remember the incident. There was just fucking cars, like bowling pins everywhere. Vershaw gets the penalty there, under contact with Norris. So, sure, Vershaw is not too happy. Meanwhile, let's harvest a bit with Leclerc, get his ERS fully back up again. And now, once Leclerc gets back through again, we'll restore ERS with Verstappen. Now they're both equal on ERS, both just pushing until we get to the next stint, which will be the mediums. How are we on tire wear? I mean, the line has a trajectory, like, meeting, I feel. Might have to maybe back off a little bit. But I'm more worried about Russell, to be honest. Because Tsunoda's tires are worse than ours, but Russell's been protecting his tires. Yellow flag out again.
Here's the replay. Now this was the Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, Gunther's definitely annoyed.
Just can't keep on the track.
Or chair. Oh, almost a horrific rejoin. Almost a horrific rejoin. Yikes. I know we have to last, Elliot, but I feel like we are going to make the tires last at the moment. I feel like the line is going to meet at the correct point. Meanwhile, Piastri now in ahead of Russell, but Piastri's tires are going to fall off soon. So I'm not even worried about that. Piastri is not going to catch us. And even if he does, his tires are going to be gone. So I'm not too worried. Meanwhile, our drivers are still going side by side. Because Piastri is going to fall back into the clutches of Russell. Meanwhile, Tsunoda's gone in for mediums very early. They're not going to stretch to the end. Tsunoda's just kind of in no man's land. Unless he really protects the tires, but I don't see it happening. Meanwhile, Piastri could go into the hards to the end here. So Piastri could be in a good position to undercut us. Our driver's just playing it calmly at the moment. Bit of calmness. Piastri's tires are now gone. Russell isn't going to have DRS this lap. And Russell comes in very early. If he's coming for mediums, he's going for softs? What? Is he trying to do like a soft from here? Russell is trying to do a soft from here. Which I guess is doable. Yeah, he's also going to be stuck behind Porcher and Sargent for quite some time, so the traffic is going to really not help his strategy. Meanwhile, Maloney comes in. Piastri's going to come in definitely immediately because his mediums are gone. So we're mix. Rashore is going to come in, get rid of that time penalty, but I think Rashore's and Gasly are the only drivers who are actually doing our strategy, where it was a hard medium from the red flag. Meanwhile, I do want to extend these tires a little bit more, so we need to go light on both drivers here.
Focus on tires.
Focus on the tire, focus on the tire. But look how much our gap is to the cars behind, chat. "18 seconds to Vershower, who's now holding up Sonoda, who is going to have to pit again, for sure. As well as Russell's going to have to pit again. We're now in the pit window, so whoever is leading this lap, it's Verstappen. Verstappen is going to come in for the mediums.
Box and pick confirm, Max.
Box and pit confirm.
We are losing time, guys.
Keep going. Try to put pressure on him.
Amen.
And then Leclerc next lap in for mediums.
Box, speed confirm.
And how does Verstappen do on this stop? It's a good stop. It is a good stop. But where is Verstappen going to come out? I think Tsunoda's going to definitely be ahead, but is... I think we'll come out behind this battle. Yep. Hopefully ahead of Porcher. Yep, that's good timing. We're out just ahead of Porcher. Just ahead as Porcher is side by side with Gasly.
Bring it home, please.
So good there. We did not get caught up in that traffic, but Leclerc may. Leclerc might get caught up in that battle between Porcher and Gasly. Meanwhile, Verstappen now is just going to the end. Meanwhile, Tsunoda and Russell still have to pit again. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. I don't feel like we're doing too bad. Leclerc now into the box.
Confirm.
I would like if you could have speeding in the pit lane penalties, like, it's a driver error that could happen rarely, but does happen. It's not as good, but it is still a good stop.
Be careful, pit exit.
As Vershower comes in now to serve that 5-second. How badly has Leclerc been undercut by Verstappen? There's Verstappen gone. Meanwhile, Leclerc a good distance behind Porcher. And Russell and Sonoda now are battling, which is good for us because they're going to be battling, losing each other time before they both go on to their final soft strategy. The only thing is, if a safety car comes out not at the right timing, it'll be annoying. Leclerc going now for the move, and we're going to have to tell him just to fully send it. Hopefully as the DRS here. I think he may have hit the detection point. He did. Right. Leclerc is just going to fully send it round the next section so that Piastri doesn't get back through. But Leclerc now. Max needs to pull away from Leclerc if he wants to get the win. Absolutely, Sean. Max is on, or Leclerc is on fresher tyres. And Pourchaire is going to come in. Charge button. Charge button. But I'm confused as to what these two are doing because they've both committed to having to stop again. So Piastri actually may get on the podium here, chat. Piastri on the hards is in a really good position here to get onto the podium. Maloney's in a good position here to jump all these drivers. And Mick as well may get some good points for AlphaTauri. Norris could still be in a shout with getting some good points. Exits just ahead. Oh, side by side with Pourchaire. Pourchaire is going to be on mediums to the end, so Norris unfortunately could not get him there. Meanwhile, Rashore, Gasly, and Zhou all on mediums to the end, so they're going to be quicker than Norris here. If Norris can hold on to the DRS of Pourchaire, it'll surely help him. Meanwhile, charge with enough. Charge with enough.
Destroy the tyres too quickly.
Just pushing here. Piastri looking relatively decent for pace at the moment. VSC out.
Watch out.
I feel like Leclerc lost some time there. Is it a VSC chat or a full safety car? I can't tell because the remote play connected thing is in the way.
And now we've had a crash.
It's a VSC. Mick Schumacher, who I was saying earlier, could be in a good way. Oh, he's binned it. He has absolutely binned it. Still a VSC. Because if it hadn't been a VSC, and it had been a full-blown safety car, that could have really benefited Russell and Tsunoda, which this VSC still could benefit them. They still could both go in now and come out. Let's see, do they? Do Russell and Tsunoda use this VSC to pit? They should. But do they? They didn't. Yeah, they've screwed themselves. Don't know what they're thinking. The virtual safety car ending.
Copy.
Recharge off when you're ready.
Charge button off.
DRS is enabled.
And they've waited too long, and now I think they're going to wait to around like lap 50 to go on the softs, but they should have pit under the VSC. They would have lost way less time. But, you know, these lads aren't too smart. And Verstappen wants to go for the win here, so he wants to clear these drivers as early as possible. I think we're going to go neutral because we're too far back to even really go for the move. Meanwhile, Piastri is catching Leclerc. He is pulling away from Charles, especially the fact that he has the DRS as well. But is Piastri really catching Leclerc? Because that could be a concern. Verstappen now on the outside of Tsunoda. Can he get through? We want to to not overtake here. Do not overtake.
Stint so far. Okay, recharge on.
And now we want to overtake.
Stop, please, Max.
Meanwhile, Leclerc now is dropping Piastri. Because we want the DRS down the main straight with Max to escape from Russell.
Slow down.
Oh, and he's not even... he's not even overtaking him. What a dumbass. He's now left it to here to overtake, which is risky. And he's now going to give Russell more DRS here.
That was good racing.
This is really good. Currently
And he's
P1.
finally dropped him out of the DRS, but he's lost a lot of ERS doing that. Meanwhile, Leclerc is surely going to get easily through here
I'll leave it to you.
and pass Sonoda, although he's also not going to go for the move for whatever reason. Big sand. Unable to get through still. Is Leclerc going to send it now? On the inside, lovely. Did Versure take Mick out? No, Mick spun at the Sainz spinny corner. It's the best way to describe it. And Mick just completely binned it.
Currently,
Meanwhile,
Russell is
and that is now Russell into the pits. As Sonoda's going to follow us along.
Look after tires.
Look after the tire, look after the tire. How's our tire doing? Pretty good. Where's Russell going to exit? E6 behind Maloney. Needs to catch us rapidly if he wants anything from this race, really. Sonoda's still yet to pit. We're not afraid of him at all because he's going to wait to go in the softs or some shit. Meanwhile, is Leclerc going to be in the DRS
Temperature, how
of Verstappen? It's close. Has Leclerc got it? He has. Leclerc can now harvest behind Verstappen. Get his ERS back up again. And now both Leclerc and Verstappen will be battling to the end here.
and chat button off.
Meanwhile, Sonoda, don't even know what he's doing. Staying out longer on the softs, I guess. Maloney could be in for good points here. Pourchaire, who started last, up to P7. Hajar is gone. His tires are gone. Norris is going to get back in the points. Unless Awasa and Sargent, who are on much fresher softs, have anything to say about it. Awasa on Norris. Into P11. Awasa may cut through this terrain very quickly. Meanwhile, we're seeing Gasly in the points, which, as mentioned before, is kind of a rare sight. Our drivers doing their thing. Awasa on the inside of Gasly. He's going to get the inside of Awasa too. Nope, Awasa or Hajar holding him back, but Awasa now sends it on the inside, and that is going to be Awasa off into the distance because Hajar's tires are completely gone, and he still hasn't pit for whatever reason. Don't know why. Same with Sonoda, still hasn't pit. Don't know why. Finally is in the pit with 10 laps to go. But Sonoda's going to be way down the road here. Gonna exit maybe just ahead of Pourchaire. And has got a big gap to close to Russell and co. think Russell may get Piastri here, but that'll be the height of it. He's nowhere near us unless there's a safety car. Benefits him. Meanwhile, we're just doing our thing here. Verstappen into the lead again. We're going to go balanced on fuel for the rest of the race here. Not for the rest of the race, but for a little while. Tsunoda wanted that fastest lap more than anything, it seems. And now he's heading down the road after Russell. But can he catch him? Russell heading down the road after Piastri. Iwasa gaining on Versure, and he's in the DRS of Versure. But Versure still has a decent amount of mediums left, and Iwasa is starting to run dry on softs. But Iwasa now. Porcher on the back of Maloney. These two are pretty even on tyres. Porcher's got slightly worse mediums, so Maloney's tyres are going to come into fashion soon. Iwasa. Porcher now on the back of Maloney. Not going to go for the move. Iwasa on the outside. Going to get through. Needs to use those softs before Versure catches up against Sarge. Ahead of Gasly. Meanwhile, we've got 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go. And many fights for the win so far this season. And it is here in Spain again where Leclerc and Verstappen are battling for the win. As we head now on to the 3rd last lap. Verstappen takes the lead of the race. And on the penultimate lap, we're going to tell both drivers to push absolutely everything. Here we go. Going to tell our drivers to give it everything. And we're just going to sit back and watch. See what our drivers can do. As we head on to the penultimate lap here in Spain. There's a yellow flag out. Meanwhile, Russell has got Piastri. Tsunoda running wide, potentially.
Watch these cars as they head into turn 10. Oh, and they need to be watching those track limits.
Yeah, Tsunoda needs to be using those softs, not going off track, you know. Maloney ahead of Porcher. Iwasa side by side with Versure. Meanwhile, Leclerc leads Verstappen as we head on to the final lap. Do any of them have anything left in the tank? I mean, yes, they do, but can Verstappen go for the overtake? Can Verstappen get his first win this season that has eluded him all the way to round 8 here? Verstappen now on the outside has a little luck, but keeps it in behind Leclerc. As we now round the final corner. On to the final lap. Verstappen will have DRS, but does he go for the move? We will see. Verstappen now down the main straight. It could be an easy move here. Side by side, or both Ferraris. Verstappen into turn 1 is going to have the position. Can Leclerc fight back? Or will Verstappen finally get his first win this season? Verstappen leads us away. We have another DRS zone coming up, which could be Leclerc's last opportunity to win here in Barcelona, in Circuit de Catalunya. Meanwhile, we head now on to the final DRS straight of this race. Leclerc going to choose the outside. Can he outbrake Verstappen? Oh, he almost goes into the back of Verstappen. That would have been horrific. But Verstappen has defended well here in Catalunya, and Verstappen may get his first win this season, unless Leclerc can magically get the drive out of the final corner here. He's going to pull to the inside, side by side they go. Oh my word, that was close. Verstappen wins his first race this season. Finally gets a win. Piastri unable to get P3, but will settle for P4. Sonoda hit far too late, cost himself a podium. Gets the fastest lap, I guess. Meanwhile, Maloney in behind Pourchaire. Good result for Pourchaire, who started last. And Vershoor in behind Awasa as well. And Logie Sarge gets points for Williams. Gasly still doesn't get any points. Doing. What's he doing? On 16 lap old softs. What is he actually doing? And Norris, with that earlier contact, will finish outside the points. Meanwhile, Ocon's going to have a new gearbox. And Albon will have a penalty to serve. Yep, 0 points for Mercedes. And we've limited the amount of points that
A great drive today from Max Verstappen.
that what's-their-faces McLaren have got. But Verstappen gets his first win of the season.
Well, they've been waiting for this, haven't they? And it's only right that they make the most of it. And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
There's further delight for the team as they get to see both drivers up there together.
But as we head now
Looks of things here in Barcelona.
into the Canadian GP, let's see here. Drivers. Verstappen finally gets his first win. And is 5 wins behind Leclerc. But there still isn't that big of a gap. Considering how consistent Max has been. The gap is still pretty slim. Considering Leclerc has 5 more wins. But we've extended our gap in the championship over the McLarens, who have a per weekend. Yuki could have had a podium, and Ocon was out into turn 1. Meanwhile, we don't extend our gap in the pit stop competition. That's not good enough, lads. Yeah, Russell is probably one of the most consistent drivers this season, you have to say, Sean. Very, very good. Meanwhile, we are missing some car parts. Our side pod design is going to be done in 5 days, but probably not enough for the actual race. Meanwhile, we could develop some front wings. How are we with rear wings? We're grand, and then we'll do side pods once we get the design complete. On the floor, suspension. Low. And next is the side pod design in which. When is our next? It's 6 days. And then what is after Montreal? Austria. Alright. Well, we're not going to have the new side pods for Montreal, but we will have them for Austria. And how is our cost cap looking? 40 million left. It's getting a bit low for my liking. The cost cap was reduced this season, so it'll do that. Meanwhile, I think we have we've new chassis to put on the car. It's not been manufactured yet. Season is far from over, and to win a championship, it's not most likely getting the most number of race wins in the season. It's about consistency. Yep, we've seen that with Ocon. I'm pretty sure Sonoda had way more wins that season, Sean. and Ocon ended up winning the championship. So it is not about what race wins, it is about consistency. Alright, Elliot, have a good rest. I will see you next time. Have a good sleep. Right, interesting. Let's do some gym training. Just gotta keep an eye on the fatigue. I'm sure it's gonna come in soon. Yep, there we go. Fatigue there. So can't really do much to the pit crew at the moment. Alright, have a good one, Elliot. When is our CFD simulator? It's on the verge. On the verge. Do we have the chassis manufactured yet? We only have one. And I'm sorry, Max, we're gonna have to give it to Leclerc. We are gonna have to give it to Leclerc. Unless the next chassis is developed in time as we load into the weekend, let's see. CFD Simulator still not refurbishable yet. But we will see. Yeah, if Haas had a Wassa and Versure, they'd be loving life right now. Oh. But you know, I'm more guessing that Awasa had a better offer from Alpine, you know. But we can load into this weekend, and I think if we go into qualifying, we may be able to put the new chassis on Max's car, as we have a light rain. Interesting. We're gonna have light rain in quali, but not in the race. Which, with our current drivers, or not our current drivers, our current fucking weathermen here at Ferrari, we do not want wet weather at all, because they suck. Now, I want to see, does Max now have the... Does Max have the new chassis? Is it available? Or do we have to wait until the weekend is over?
Welcome to qualifying.
Let's see here. If we go to car parts, chassis, it isn't available. Yep, so Max is going to have to do without the new chassis. We're not even going to put great parts in Max's car because it's going to be a struggle not having new chassis. Meanwhile, we're going to give Leclerc just ultimate... yeah, we're going to have to give him a kind of a shitty ERS system. But maybe let's load into qualifying now. Leclerc gets the toe this race. And then it's going to be rain at the end of Q1. So hopefully we can just skate on through Q1. Fine and dandy. I feel like Dune is not establishing himself to stay on the grid for long. And with Verstappen, we should be through comfortably. Didn't deliver when the result. Through.
So, weather update. We are expecting some rain.
Also, it was a strategy thing because Dune was out on track with 16% softs. You gotta ask yourself, what was he doing on those softs? Why did they have him out there? Like, why? Oh, that's both Mercs out. Stroll, Maloney, Norris, Gasly, and Awasa all out of qualifying. Lawson through. Good to see. Well, it's simply Stroll things, Sean. It is simply Stroll things. Next, we're on the Inters. And it's just going to be Inters throughout the session, so let's just chuck our drivers out on track, see what that does.
Just keep your dash negative. Keep your dash negative.
Keep your dash negative. Keep your dash negative.
Yep. Ciao, pit lane.
Watch out for slippery pit lane.
Copy.
Alright. So, Leclerc and Verstappen are unfortunately on top of each other.
You've got the margin to push.
Which we need to swap now.
Press and hold the overtake.
Why guys at bottom red? What does that mean, R?
Or we are in front. Okay, let's go.
R? You there? Ring ring hello? Why guys at bottom red? They have red tabs. I don't know what that means. What does red tabs mean? Where their numbers are? And Verstappen goes quickest, even though Verstappen doesn't have the new chassis. So that's kind of hilarious.
Or currently P4. It was a good lap.
Or you're gonna have to send me like a Snapchat of like circled of what you mean, because I'm confused. Um. Leclerc goes quickest. Verstappen is still in danger here.
Try to increase Lyco.
Copy that.
Lawson's in P2, huh? How the hell did that happen? This has been like a bit of a chaotic session, I must say.
Okay, increase and lift off, please.
Okay.
Taking the fan.
Yeah, I think mix through.
Yeah, yeah.
Did any of our drivers improve there? Not really. Yeah, mix through both McLarens and Lawson. Jesus, they need to get rid of that for sure guy, Sean. Being out-qualified by Lawson. Yeah, at least we did. Let's save it now. It was a bit actually scary because the track was kind of changing the level of water. And it's going to be the same this session, so we just gonna need to like head out and hope. Track is pretty dry at the moment. I mean, it's still wet, but it's like as dry as can be. Leclerc goes quickest by nearly half a second. Wow. And we may as well use all of our inters because we can. Because it's not going to be wet in the race, so may as well. What a cunt of a Red Bull. Need Verstappen here to improve. But is he going to? Hit a green first sector. And doesn't improve. We now need to get him to chuck it around here. And Leclerc going to do his final run here in quali, but it's getting wetter. It is getting wetter. Yikes. Let us try and give Verstappen the toe. But I don't think it's really going to help because the track is just so much wetter now. I reckon that's the grid as is. Verstappen has been out-qualified by Lawson. Which is not amazing. But here's the thing, Sean. Leclerc has the new chassis. Max does not. And that could be what it comes down to, is that new chassis is a big upgrade. And we saw it with Leclerc going fastest in qualifying. But Verstappen down in P7, he is not going to be happy about that. And the race is just going to be a simple medium hard, or I think, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a hard medium. This season, we've had the pace to do the alternate strategy. That is what we're going to do. We're going to do a hard... Okay, let's click something else. Okay. We're going to do a hard medium with both of our drivers here. Actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna do a medium hard with Verstappen. I wanna spice things up. I'm gonna have them do alternate strategies. See what happens. Let's just see what happens. Let's just throw it out there.
70 laps of the Canadian Grand Prix await our
Yeah, we know of the Canadian Grand Prix.
This is it.
Leclerc's gonna lead us away on the hards.
Canadian Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
And Leclerc got a good start. Verstappen got a good start on Lawson, but Lawson's still there. We don't want to pit yet, Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, Verstappen's still on the outside of Lawson, trying to fight his way through. Still side by side with Lawson. Lawson on the soft tires just has so much more grip to use. Can Verstappen send it in here into the hairpin? He's a little luck, but not enough. Meanwhile, Piastri sent it on Leclerc. Even though we told Leclerc to go defensive, he is just so bad at defending. Jesus Christ. Finally have the DRS enabled here. Meanwhile, Verstappen's going to lose out to fucking who?
And you can use DRS.
Joe? Come on, mate. Wise up, Max. What's going on here?
And confirm, lift off.
Yeah, copy.
Increase lift off as well, please, Max.
Okay.
Leclerc now on the outside
Slow down.
of Fort Share. I want to see what Russell does, because Russell is on the softs and could be a little scary because we're on the hards, but if we can use the hards, we should be okay. Excuse me. Meanwhile, Max just needs to
Keep pushing.
recharge or something.
Recharge on.
I don't know why he's still on that.
DRS, please, Max.
Okay.
Lawson's had an incident.
A lot of debris. A lot of debris.
It's Ocon again! I don't believe ye! Two races in a row, Ocon has been rear-ended
Crumble away.
through no fault of his own. Unbelievable. Genuinely, neither incident was Ocon's fault. That's so unfair. I would be losing my shit right now if that happened to us.
Clear to a safety car.
What's your
And a deserving time penalty for Lawson there, who, despite qualifying well, is now out of the race and with a penalty. So Haas must be livid. They're like, finally, that's Donny. Back in, qualified well, all to just throw it away.
Handing out.
Yeah, copy that.
DRS enabled. liftoff.
Copy.
Yes, Nevertag, welcome in. Max just won in Spain. And we are no longer in Spain without
Chris Lyko for performance.
without the
Copy.
I? Without the S? Because he finally won a race?
Well done.
Okay, well done.
Max has now got through on Joe. Needs to head down the road after Piastri.
Don't risk anything.
Yeah, it took me a while. Yeah, we are in Spain. Anyway. Leclerc now on the back of Portier. I'm worried a little bit about Russell because Russell is on the softs here and could find a way through at any moment. Meanwhile, Piastri does not have... Why are you backing out, Max? Piastri does not have DRS, is what I was trying to say. And Max just backs out for no reason.
Last lap was a purple lap.
But Max now up to P4. By the way, Nevertag and Sean, Leclerc has a new chassis here, and Max does not.
Max, could you double your liftoff, please? Okay, recharge off.
So Max is struggling in straight line speed in comparison to Leclerc because Leclerc has a new chassis that gives him 0.4 kph in the straight. And I don't even know if we have DRS on the next one. We just about do, thank God.
Okay, recharge on, please. Recharge on.
Leclerc now into P1. And Verstappen still keeps letting fucking Piastri send it on him. The absolute dumbass.
Okay, crack on.
What is Verstappen doing?
Good to push up.
Oh my God. This is getting painful.
So, measured race pace now.
Meanwhile, Russell now into the lead, but it's less of a worry because his softs have gone off a little bit.
Round the lap.
We can just keep following him.
Keep pushing.
He's going to try and escape, but we've just too much pace in behind. Even on the hards. Have I spoken too soon? Yep, I've spoken too soon. Don't want to defend, no.
And more Lyko.
We have the DRS. Does poor Cherry, just about does. But we may drop poor Chair out of this battle. Verstappen still has the DRS. Still trying to recoup his ERS.
Recharge on.
Meanwhile, Leclerc just trying to use Russell's tires by just battling with him for the bans.
Okay.
Leclerc now is he going to send it in the hairpin? He does.
Well, past there, but cannot take from out.
Try your best.
Try your best. Try your best.
We are first.
Yeah, Nevertag, don't you know Span? It's such a great track.
One for now.
Max, could you just introduce...
But Max now would ideally just hold on to position where he is now. Not lose out to Portier again. Just recoup some ERS as we move along. Wonder if I can do that more often. Top up. I never use top up, but maybe I should use it more often. So I either go harvest or neutral. Or what's it time for? What's it time for? Oh, I don't know. Did it even play? I don't even hear anything. Oh, for fuck's sake. I genuinely, I had fixed it. I genuinely had fixed the sound alerts earlier and now it's not working, I don't know. Can I play it and does it happen? Does it work? I was just staring at the camera weirdly, moving my head side to side. Does it play?
Recharge off.
The sound alerts are broken again. That's just great. Great timing.
Yeah, no worries.
No worries. We do our race. Well, you got the faces. Nevertag just didn't get the song. Which I don't know why sound alerts are broken again. How do I fix this? There is a way of fixing it. Anyway, the race is going okay.
Yeah, stay.
Wait. Did I fix it then and break it again? Let's see this.
Try to keep it up.
No? No. I mean, I wasn't looking Nevertag, so it didn't happen. You know what I mean? This? Let me just try with something similar. I'm so confused. Uh,
We'll get them.
Okay, pushing.
extensions. My extensions. Overlay 1. So, overlay. Does it work yet? Nope. I genuinely, so genuinely it broke earlier. I fixed it and then I must have re-broke it again. Yeah, never take it. It's always something. It is always something. Let me try. Is it gonna work yet? Meanwhile, we're gonna blow by Russell because we're just so good at the game. I pressed so many buttons to make that happen. Try Alt F4. I don't want to cry, never tag. You know, you just want to see me cry. Lawson and Ocon back-to-back DNFs. Yeah, Sean, Lawson ran into the rear of Ocon. Ocon has had 2 races in a row where he's been just absolutely killed. Right. I gotta fucking YouTube this shit again because I can't remember. Yeah, because Lawson actually qualified well, Sean. And then, even after qualifying well,
The best way to upgrade
just
your
fucked it. Now, there's always a way that I know how to fix. You said joke.
Everything.
They have got so much ERS. Yeah. And Leclerc here is doing the hard medium. Verstappen's doing the medium hard. And you can take it whatever way you want, you know. You don't discriminate.
No, no, no. We are still in the race, don't worry.
Anyway, oh.
Keep pushing.
Right, this video I have looked at before clearly. Because I keep forgetting how to fucking do it. They changed the way to do it. They've changed the way sound alerts work. I already have the extension. Why have they changed the way sound alerts work? Configure?
Oh. Very good.
I don't know. Please log in. Yeah, I was trying to. Right? Did they fuck the way you make sound alerts? Basically, the way I used to make sound alerts is not coming up, even though I'm in the correct place to be for it to come up. I'm so confused. Anyway, we're doing okay here. Leclerc's going to be going a bit longer. Max is going to be pitting soon, so I can actually push on Max on his tires. I'm going to push Leclerc on his tires as well because I reckon he can use them.
Your stream to be more engaging, to add more viewer interaction, to increase followers, subscribers, bits, and
We can
generally
push now,
boost your revenue.
but it is really hard to drop out of the DRS on this game.
It'll take you less than 10 minutes to get set up in correct audio soundalerts.com and click on streamer log. Then to the actual alert. The reason you need to grant it access is so the tool and extension can read your event queue to send.
Okay. Boom. Do the sound alerts work now? Let me check. Oh. Never tag. Stop bringing up all the technical difficulties. I feel like you know, bring them into existence. You know? Right, please work. Nope. Didn't work. Are they just gonna all play now? Because that was from ages ago. Are they just gonna all play now? That was from ages ago. Is it fixed?
Roger, roger.
Yeah, it's fixed. Jesus Christ, that came out of nowhere.
I am stupid. I am stupid.
I am stupid. I wonder, can we do... We can easily do a hard soft. Can we do a medium soft? Yeah, we can do a medium soft here. This is just a soft medium, isn't it? Yep, this is just a soft medium. How have they changed the strategy again? The strategy used to be a soft medium, then it switched to being only medium hard, and now it's gone back to soft medium. So the fact that we're on hards with Leclerc is actually a bad decision. But anyway, moving on. But you can see how far the train goes down, chat. It goes all the way down to P8, although Mech is struggling to stay in it. But yes, we fixed the bloody things now. The sound alerts finally. Why are we not using ERS? Why would we use ERS never tag? It would just mean we'd have to regain ERS later on, you know? That's all it really does. I didn't hear this. I love how it just doesn't work without this song. Like, without the song, it's like, what's that? What is he doing? What do you mean filled you up? Pause. Oh my god. Oh. Anyway, I finally fixed the bloody sound alerts. Huzzah. Here we go. You don't mean what? Trying to take back your statement, young sir? I mean, Russell's got a pit soon here, but both of our drivers here can go into the softs comfortably. I mean, with Verstappen, we're just managing the tyre, meanwhile Leclerc can just absolutely use the tyre. Doesn't really matter.
Less lift off.
Yeah, Leclerc, can't really do much at the moment. Surely we're going to see Russell in now. We're at the halfway point now and he's still not coming in for softs. Well, he needs to come in for the mediums. There we go. Finally see Russell in for the mediums. Meanwhile, we have a train all the way down to P6 here, so could be a little spanner in the works. There's so many DRS zones in this track.
You can cancel or reduce lift off where possible.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's going to be this lap. We now go on to the softs with Leclerc. I'm going to tell him to be on low overtake because we want the overtake into the hairpin.
As you are now.
God damn it, he's got it.
Copy.
I think I said all the DRS zones, but if I did say more than all, then I was wrong. I thought I said all. If I said a number, then that was not correct. Sonoda and Joe have undercut us.
Fox.
Meanwhile, Verstappen now
We will box this
in
lap.
behind Leclerc, who's had a great stop.
Yeah, Fox, Fox.
Leclerc's had a great stop. Is going to exit behind Joe. Maybe side by side with Joe. Actually, way ahead of Joe. Perfect. He's going to now head down the road after Sonoda, which is where he needs to be. I wanna harvest.
Overtake is available. Overtake available.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, never mind. I don't want to do that because it's too late at the moment. Oh no!
What the is this?
Okay, Max.
Yeah, okay.
Now we're watching Max Verstappen here. Dangerously close to each other. And the contact between the cars.
Unbelievable.
Inevitable.
So Fox.
And Joe has got us into the hairpin. My ass.
Yeah, I'm in.
Understood.
Right then, we can take a look now.
We better not have a pen for this bullshit.
Oh my.
And we have the pen. we may as well have served the fucking pain. How shit was a pit stop was that? 8 seconds, and we still haven't served the fucking pain. What is that?
Focus on tires.
Yeah, I know it's a pit stop issue, Sean, but we've literally had that long of a pit stop, and we've still, you know, not served the time penalty. It's just bullshit. Leclerc now. Oh, you needed to send it on Joe. You needed to send it. He's still not sending it. I don't know why. Leclerc now needs to absolutely fucking disappear. And head down the road after the driver's ahead. He's taking fucking forever.
Big shunt on the main straight. Your debris all around.
Meanwhile, Verstappen now has DRS off the cars ahead as Norris is here. We can now reduce our ERS.
And charge button on.
Yeah, Verstappen just needs to absolutely send it here. Through whatever corner. Meanwhile, if we can just manage the ERS with Leclerc, we should be good. Why is he parked up behind the absolute ass of Mick? He's just right in his gearbox instead of actually just pushing to get through.
Keep pushing.
Have a lift off.
Right, I'm gonna regain for a little bit here behind poor chair.
Okay.
Look after the tyres. Okay, recharge on.
Meanwhile,
Just look after
Joe
the
has got
tyres.
through everyone. Everyone.
Just push up.
Right.
But I leave it to you to judge the risk.
Yeah, copy.
You can catch him.
Mamma mia.
You're doing well.
Have a lap, recharge on.
Everyone is going to the end from here. Never tag.
Charge button on.
And recharge on, please, Max. Recharge off, please.
Charge button off.
Charge with off.
Look after tires.
Okay, Max, so just focus on that management.
Alright, I now want Max to absolutely send it and say goodbye to Porcher because Porcher has a big gap to Russell and we want to catch up to Russell. And then
No risk.
escape the 5-second initially. That is our goal. And Verstappen has the DRS here and will escape Porcher. Now he needs to head after Russell, which we're gonna actually... We're gonna have to back off a little bit here while we push.
We will lift off for the moment.
We don't want to waste all our ERS.
And slow down now.
And slow down now, slow down.
We will need recharge on.
I think it is 5 seconds. Is there a way we can check? It is 5 seconds. I'm glad there's a little graphic that tells you it is 5 seconds. That's good. Meanwhile, though, we need to now clear Russell ASAP and head down the road after the drivers ahead.
So measured race pace now, Max.
Russell still has DRS, but he won't into the hairpin. Or will he? Will he or won't he? He does, but we're way down the road with Max here. Can I stop being on 2 times speed here? Joe battling for the win here. Yeah, Red Bull seem to be back, and it'd be hilarious. Russell's been so good this season, and it'd be funny that it is Joe who's the driver that wins it for Red Bull. Meanwhile, we need to manage
Just manage the pace.
with Max Verstappen. And that, now that we're in the train, we can extend in the cars behind, so we can at least hope for P4 here.
Okay,
Meanwhile, Leclerc back into the lead here. Has much better tyres than everyone else. I have a plan.
Use your tools.
I have a plan. With 10 laps to go, can this plan see the light of day? We will see.
Okay, recharge off. And let's go. Okay, Max, go and take some points off Leclerc, please.
Hopefully Sonoda does not have the DRS. He does. Hopefully we can get him anyway. Here we go. Here we go.
Increase liftoff for the brakes. And recharge.
We've a lapped car
Recharge on.
coming up soon.
And look after tires in the ice pit.
We really need to manage the fuel with Verstappen. It's not really coming down quick enough. Yeah, that was my plan, Sean, but he doesn't have the fuel to really push and clear air. There's an Alpine that's now slowed up. Joe, which may open the door for Verstappen here.
Okay, Max, you can cancel or reduce liftoff where possible.
Here we go. Here we go. On an adventure.
Look after those tyres. Just keep the patience up. Recharge. Oh, recharge.
Don't go for the move. Don't go for it. Right, we need a now for him to go for the move.
Charge button off. Charge button on.
Increase your lift and coast a little bit more, please.
Alright, we're doing well here. We're doing exactly what we need.
Okay, 5 laps to go, Max. 5 laps.
Okay.
Don't take any risk, please.
Meanwhile, we got these two battling for position.
And charge button off.
Sonoda getting through isn't too bad, chat, because we can come back at him.
Hunting time.
How many laps are left?
4 more laps.
Okay.
Less lift off.
Into turn 1 we go.
Charge button on.
3 laps to go. We're way too close to max for this to really count. But we have dropped Joe, at least. So, Verstappen may finish P3 here. If he just keeps the hammer down. Escapes away from Joe. Meanwhile, we're trying to get him to also somehow finish ahead of Sonoda perfectly. And then have Leclerc finish P1 because he's defending so well here.
Charge button off. I'll leave it to you.
Well, here's the thing though, Sean. We're helping Verstappen escape. Leclerc absolutely had this win regardless. We are just helping Max escape.
And charge button on.
Two more laps after this one.
Okay.
And Max now's outside the pen threshold that he has to Zhou. But can he escape the pen threshold to Sonoda as well?
Try to put pressure on him. Yeah.
4 seconds to Verstappen. This is gonna be a stretch, but if we can pull this off, chat, it's gonna be an absolute miracle.
Start button on. Single tire management.
We are first.
And good job.
Oh, I forgot to put fucking Max on Push's ERS. Gonna use it. He's gonna use it.
Press and hold the overtake.
Good. Okay, this is what we want.
And start button on.
This is what we want. Okay, it's a 5-second gap now, chat. But we want Leclerc to still win. So this is gonna be tight. This is gonna be tight. Sonoda goes.
We are out of DRS.
Leclerc has a lot of time to gain here in order to win. We're gonna tell Max to back off.
Stick cruise lift on. Okay, recharge on, please, Max.
To try and give Leclerc the win that he deserves. Ooh, this is gonna be so tight.
And the race
Oh, we did it! We did it! We did it! We did it!
Max Verstappen.
Leclerc wins! Verstappen gets P2! Sonoda P3! We did a masterclass!
Solid race.
Oh my word. What an absolute masterclass. 1-2 in the order we wanted because we were having Leclerc protect Verstappen. But we still wanted Leclerc to win because Leclerc would have won regardless. Leclerc would have won if he didn't help Verstappen there. Yeah, I don't know how that was a pen, Sean. But we helped Verstappen there because if we hadn't helped Verstappen there, he could have finished, you know, P4, even P5. There's a yellow flag out for Albon. Here's what the yellow flag was about.
There's been a crash.
There's been a crash. This was across the line. That was after the finish. Unbelievable.
And not much that the team can do about
That was after the finish line. They crashed there. Hadjar and Dune showing us why they deserve.
Now isn't that the
Meanwhile, it's Charles Leclerc with another win.
Charles Leclerc?
And Verstappen gets the P2, which, what a masterclass that was.
Driver, the pit wall, and the whole team for that win.
What an absolute
Waiting
masterclass.
patiently there, and you can see just how much it means to each and every one of them. And the Monegasque driver certainly proved it.
This may be one of our best 1-2s because that was absolute.
Pressure for the team, with both drivers scoring a podium finish this weekend.
Sonoda's livid. He's like, I could have had the win and I finished P3.
Smiles for the cameras as the drivers can let off some steam here in Montreal.
I absolutely, Sean. What a win. What a win.
As far as Ferrari are concerned, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling after that race?
I doubt they could be much happier. A win
Nah, see, the thing with Vettel in Canada in 2019, I think it was a pen for Vettel. Whereas that one with Verstappen was like,
That's
eh.
it for this weekend's F1
They're
action
side by side.
here in Montreal.
You've just been like, picked someone, even though they're both side by side, but Max gets the fastest lap and wins. And Leclerc gets, well, Max gets the fastest lap in P2. And he was only 2/10 ahead of Yuki at the end there. Meanwhile, Leclerc gets the win that he deserved. It's Leclerc's 7th win of the season. And we have been dominant. Pourchaire is the only other driver to win this season other than Max and Leclerc. And this may be our most dominant season. And somehow Red Bull... Oh, I say somehow, but... Not only did Verstappen get that pen, but he also had the awful pit stop. That was basically another penalty. He basically got a 10-second penalty. Because the stop was that bad. But anyway, as we head on now, what do we have next? Let's see here. We have Austria, and next time out at Austria, we could have new parts available. Let's see here. Gonna need a new rear wing. Austria sprint weekend. Need a new suspension manufactured. Yeah, one of Max's many home races. Meanwhile, we're gonna have the new chassis for Max, aren't we? Surely. What is the next one? Side pods, is it? Yeah, side pods is next as well. Hopefully we have them both made in time for the next Austria Grand Prix. Let's see, do we have our upgrades coming? Wind tunnel data concern. Sure. We're not designing anything at the moment anyway. We're just manufacturing stuff. Underfloor. Research complete. And next up we have... Let's look at our cars to make sure the right thing on. Chassis. 2 new chassis. And 2 new side pods. We have added, chat, we have added 0.8 kph, which is a big upgrade. We are now leading the grid in top speed. Let us have a look through where we are in the championship here. Wait, you know what I'll do is I'll put the old parts on Max's car so that you can see how much slower we would have been without the upgrades. So, to go to car analysis here, and we go to car 2, you'll see we have gained 0.8 kph in the straight, some acceleration, and some high speed, and actually, funnily enough, lost some engine cooling, but who cares about engine cooling? But now that if we go to our car analysis, or we'll, R2, put the new chassis on the car, and the new side pods, we are now, if we go to car analysis, the quickest on the straight. McLaren behind us in straight line speed, but way quicker in the corners. But I reckon a big upgrade could change that. Red Bull quicker than us in acceleration and low speed, so they're just a more high downforce car. Mercedes better than us in the corners, but they have not showed us this season. Mercedes have not been good this season. Alpine, low speed corners, not even better in acceleration. Williams in all of the corners, but not by a huge margin. Haas, pretty much slower. They have low speed and that's it. AlphaTauri better in the corners by a decent margin. Alfa Romeo better in the corners also by a decent little margin. And Aston Martin better in the low speed by a decent margin, but we have them substantially straight line speed and whatever. But anyway, we now have the Austria Sprint. Yeah, absolutely, Sean. That's why back in at the end of season 4, I signed Max Verstappen, because I knew even if we have a bad car, having better drivers is gonna, promote us up. But chat,
Welcome
it's
along
a
to the
wet
standard
Austria.
setting of Austria. Set in the
Shown since
Austrian
the whole
mountains,
weekend
the
raining.
metal ring offers
Whew. And as you can see, it's going to be heavy rain in practice, moderate rain in on Saturday, and heavy rain for the full race. Let's get some car parts switched out here. We're gonna sim through practice if we can. And then ooh, what are we doing for the race? I wonder. Maybe not the best engine parts, as it is a wet weekend, so engine power is less effective. Yeah, Sean, it could be a very chaotic race with the rain. Is it gonna load? Hello? But we're gonna have a wet qualifying here, but what I want to do is want to make sure all of the right parts are in the car. For quali, we're not gonna have our best parts in the car because rain can always, you know, add a different dynamic. Your engine power may be not as extreme, but yep, that is gonna be me for this evening, chat. But we're gonna have a wet. Have I saved that there? I did save it. Let me double check. Let me double save it. But yeah, we're going to have wet qualifying, wet sprint, and a wet race. So we're gonna need to be prepared for that. We're gonna have our own episode of that. But if you did enjoy this episode, please drop a follow, and I'll be back tomorrow. Or that's unrelated to anything. Anyway, moving on. We are going to find someone to raid here on our way out. If you did enjoy, please drop a follow. But otherwise, we're going to see who is live, who can we drop a follow. Whose day can we make? Here. Sean, I think so. I think we'll do some more F1 Manager tomorrow. But if you did enjoy, please drop a follow, and we're gonna raid Pond, who is doing some Football Manager. We've been doing our own Football Manager save on this channel as well. But F1 Manager's been going decent at the moment, so I think we're gonna stick for that for a little bit longer. Tomorrow, and then our FM Manager will be back soon. But anyway, we're now gonna raid Pond here. Make sure to drop my follow if you did enjoy. Please drop a follow. But I've been WHF Arrow, and thank you all for watching, and goodbye.